There are haunted houses. There are stories of ghosts. And then there is the house on Carolina Street in Gary, Indiana, a place where police officers claim to witness impossible events, where medical professionals documented behavior they couldn't explain, where social workers reported a child walking backwards up a wall, where priests performed multiple exorcisms, and where one family insists they lived through something that no horror movie could ever truly capture. Was it mass hysteria? Mental illness? A desperate family caught in unimaginable circumstances? Or was something truly evil living inside that house? Tonight, we're examining one of America's most controversial paranormal cases, the Ammons haunting. This is DreamWave Paranormal. Gary, Indiana, a city once built on steel, now known for abandoned neighborhoods and economic decline. In November 2011, Latoya Ammons moved into a modest rental home with her mother Rosa Campbell and her 3 children. The house looked ordinary, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, nothing unusual. The family hoped it would become a fresh start. Instead, they say it became a nightmare. Only days after moving in, small things began happening. The family noticed large black flies filling the enclosed porch. Normally, this wouldn't be unusual. Except, it was December. Temperatures were freezing, yet hundreds of flies continued appearing. No exterminator could explain why. Then came the footsteps. Late every night, someone seemed to be walking through the house. Heavy footsteps, doors creaking, strange knocking. The family searched every room. No one was there. Soon, the sounds became impossible to ignore. Night after night, everyone inside the house experienced something different. The children claimed they saw shadow figures standing in hallways, dark silhouettes, watching, never speaking. Latoya reported seeing a tall figure pacing between bedrooms. Her mother, Rosa, said hands touched her while she slept. One night, they heard the basement door slam shut. When they opened it, nothing. Another evening, a pair of wet boot prints appeared across the living room floor. They followed the tracks, only to watch them disappear. The family became convinced they weren't alone. Then the children began changing. Their personalities shifted. Mood swings became violent outbursts. One child allegedly growled at family members. Another spoke in voices they claimed weren't his own. Whatever was happening, it appeared to be escalating. The Ammons family eventually contacted local churches. Some pastors refused to become involved. Others suggested prayer. Eventually, police were called to the home. According to reports, an officer noticed an oil-like substance dripping from window blinds. Another claimed strange events occurred while investigating. A police captain later stated that his radio malfunctioned after leaving the house. Photographs reportedly contained unexplained light anomalies. Whether these events were supernatural or a simple coincidence remains heavily debated. Soon, the case attracted the attention of the Indiana Department of Child Services. A social worker visited the home, and what happened next would become the most famous and controversial moment in the entire case. According to official reports, one of the children suddenly began behaving strangely. Witnesses claim the child walked backward up a wall, reached the ceiling, then flipped back onto the floor. The incident was reportedly witnessed by several people inside the room. It would later appear in official documentation. To believers, this became proof. To skeptics, an impossible story with no physical evidence. The debate continues to this day. Doctors evaluated the children. Psychologists conducted interviews. Authorities investigated the family's claims. Some professionals suspected trauma. Others questioned whether the children were influencing one another. Skeptics argued that stress, financial hardship, media attention, and suggestibility could explain many reported experiences. Others pointed to inconsistencies in witness testimony. No photographs ever captured clear paranormal activity. No video recorded supernatural events. Yet, several professionals involved insisted they experienced things they couldn't explain. Even years later, some stood by their original statements. The Ammons case quickly became one of the most polarizing paranormal investigations in modern America. Believing the family faced something demonic, a Catholic priest agreed to help. Multiple exorcisms were reportedly performed. The prayers lasted hours. Religious rituals continued over several weeks. Latoya later described terrifying nightmares, unexplained scratches, and overwhelming feelings of dread. Eventually, after the final exorcism, she claimed the activity stopped. The family never returned to live in the house. But the story was only beginning. News outlets across America picked up the story. Television crews visited. Investigators arrived hoping to uncover evidence. Some believed immediately. Others dismissed the entire case. Years later, television personality Zach Bagans purchased the property. He documented his own investigation, claiming the location remained intensely disturbing. In 2016, the house was demolished. Officially, the reason was safety. But demolition only fueled the mystery. If nothing happened there, why tear it down? Believers argue the land itself had become cursed. Skeptics respond that abandoned homes are demolished every year. The truth may never be known. The Ammons haunting sits at the crossroads of faith, psychology, folklore, and fear. Some believe it represents one of the strongest documented cases of demonic oppression in American history. Others view it as a tragic combination of stress, misunderstanding, and media sensationalism. What cannot be denied is that dozens of people became part of a story that still sparks debate more than a decade later. Police officers, doctors, social workers, priests, journalists, each walked away with their own interpretation. Perhaps that's what makes this story so unsettling. Not because we know exactly what happened, but because we don't. Maybe some mysteries are never meant to be solved. If you enjoy true paranormal investigations grounded in real historical cases, subscribe to DreamWave Paranormal. We explore the world's most mysterious hauntings, disappearances, ancient legends, and unexplained phenomena. Until next time, sleep carefully, because sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that might actually be true.